The Traditionalist Worker Party, a white nationalist group in the United States, is no more following infidelity and a physical altercation between the leader and the spokesperson for the group. Now, the leader, Matthew Heimbach, was arrested Tuesday for allegedly assaulting his wife and his spokesman after Heimbach was caught cheating on his wife with the spokesman's wife. So David Parrott was the party's spokesperson until Tuesday when he quit in a statement to the Southern Poverty Law Center. Parrott's wife, Jessica, was allegedly having an affair with Heimbach, who is married to Parrott's stepdaughter from a previous marriage. All sorts of twists and turns, all sorts of drama. Since the story is so complicated, we decided to do a reenactment for you guys so you can visualize the drama. Take a look. Parrott and Heimbach arranged to set up Heimbach and Jessica in a trailer on Parrott's property to catch them having sex. But the box broke under Parrott's weight. Parrott entered the trailer, but that's when Heimbach allegedly choked him. Parrott threw a chair at him. Heimbach hit back, choking him into unconsciousness. Parrott fled to a Walmart near his home and called police around 1 a.m.
Okay, there's so many wonderful parts of this story. So first of all, one white nationalist cuckolding another white nationalist.
I mean,
all right, we're already like in news heaven. Okay, all right. Number two is the Heimbach, who was, by the way, one of the organizers of the Charlottesville rally and assaulted someone at a Trump rally, and is
a young black woman.
A young black woman, of course. He's a white nationalist. He's in trouble for that. Was sleeping with, in essence, his mother-in-law.
Yeah.
It's so weird that a white nationalist would do something that scummy. And the mother-in-law, also a white nationalist, it's like, oh, let me sleep with my stepdaughter. It's my stepdaughter who also married a white nationalist. Let me sleep with her husband. Like, this is like a who's who of terrible people.
It's insane. So the cops arrived to Heimbach's home to question him because, as you know, Parrott called the cops and reported what was going on. Now, Heimbach, again, is already in trouble because of the fact that he assaulted an African-American woman at a Trump rally. And because of this, he might actually serve time in jail. But he was charged with assault as a result. And he assaulted his own wife when the police showed up. He essentially told his wife, I don't want to talk to them, go tell them that everything's okay and there's no problem. But remember, she's getting cheated on too, she's angry, and so a scuffle ensues between those two, and the cops ended up arresting him because they could hear that things had gotten incredibly physical with his own wife.
He grabbed her head, threw her down, made her bleed, and apparently she has recording of all of it, so he's in a world of trouble there. Back to Parrott, he writes to the Southern Poverty Law Center, who has been tracking these guys all along. I'm done, I'm out, SPLC is won, Matt Parrott is out of the game, you all have a nice life. That's the same genius who thought it was a good idea. Hey, we'll catch him by just looking in the window. And then they're like, hey, look, the guy's in the window.
By the way, he referred to this whole debacle as a white trash circus.
A CUCKTASTROPHE indeed. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, the home of the revolution. If you'd like to get the full show, come join us and become a member. tytnetwork.com/join.